Okay, so let's start. The chapter's name is Stumped by a Sheet of Paper Exponential Growth. So basically, let's read. A piece of paper is folded in two, then in half again, and again and again. How thick will it be after say 50 folds? Write down your guess before you continue reading. Second task. There are two tasks. First, take a sheet of paper and fold. Second task is over the next 30 days, I will give you a dollar thousand a day. Over the next 30 days, I will give you 1 cent on the first day, 2 cents on second day, and then it will compound 4 cents on the third day, 8 cents on the fourth day, and so on. Don't think too long about it. What do you choose, A or B? Like in these two options, 1000 and the compounding of cents. What do you choose? Most people will think like take $1,000. So that's the thing. Are you ready? Well, if we assume that a sheet of paper is approximately 0.004 inches thick, then its thickness after 50 folds is a little over 60 million times the first task. Okay, the first task is after folding, the thickness would be around 60 million times. This equals the distance between the earth and the sun. As you check easily with the calculator, with the second question, it is worthwhile choosing option B, even though A sounds more tempting. Okay, in the second task, this was the second task. In the second task with the second question, it is worthwhile choosing option B, even though A sounds more tempting. Selecting A earns you 30,000 in 30 days. Choosing B gives you more than 5 million. Okay, that's why A because of that will compound. The 4 cents will become 8, 8 will become 16, like that. So that way it will reach. Like if you have heard the Akbar Birbal story, uh, there also it happened. Linear growth we understand intuitively. However, we have no sense of exponential or percentage growth. We understood linear growth. Like 1000 we will get for 30 days. That is a linear growth. But what is the exponential growth? Exponential growth was the second example. 2 cents, 4 cents, that one. Why is this? Because didn't need it before. One, our ancestors' experiences were mostly of the linear variety. Okay, ancestors को linear growth ही ज़्यादा मिला था. Whoever spent twice the time collecting berries earned double the amount. Whoever hunted two mammoths instead of one could eat for twice as long. In the Stone Age, people rarely came across exponential growth. Today, things are different. Each year, the number of traffic accidents rises by 7%. Once a politician. Let's be honest, we don't intuitively understand what this means. So let's use a trick and calculate the doubling time. Start by with the magic number of 70. Here now you will learn this is a very good thing. It's the magic of 70. Suppose you are doing a FD or you are earning a FD income of 7%. Okay, so how long will it take? Suppose today you have invested 1 lakh and you will earn 7% on it every year. Okay, so if you divide 70 by 7 in 10 years, your money will double. 70 by 7. Okay, this 70 should be there. 70 should be divided by 7. This is equal to 10 years. So 10 years time will take to get your money to double. Okay, like your money will become 2 lakhs in 10 years if it will grow by 7%. If it grows by, if it grows by 70 divided by 6. So suppose it will, if it will grow by 6%, so how much time will it take? 6 1 is 6. 106 1 is 6, 40, 11 point something years. Okay, 11.4 or something years. So that way it will like that much time it will take to double. So the number 70 is very important. You can like remember it. Okay, with the magic number of 17 divided by the growth rate in percent. In this instance, 70 divided by 7 is equal to 10 years. So what the politician saying is the number of traffic accident doubles every 10 years. Pretty alarming. You may ask why the number 70. This has to do with mathematical concept called logarithm. You can look it up in the notes section. Okay. Another example, inflation is at 5%. Whoever hears this thinks that's not so bad. What's 5% anyway? Let's quickly calculate the doubling time. 70 divided by 5 is equal to 14 years. In 14 years, what you are purchasing at 10 rupees will become 20 rupees. In 14 years, a dollar will be worth only half of what it is today. A catastrophe for anyone who has a savings account. Correct. Suppose you are a journalist and learn the number of registered dogs in your city is rising by 10% a year. Which headline do you put on your article? Certainly not dog registrations increasing by 10%. No one will care. Instead, announce deluge of dogs, twice as many mutts in 7 years' time. Okay. So suppose you are a journalist and you learn that number of dogs in a city is rising by 10% every year. So how much time will it take to double? So you will write it down. So 7 years में what it will happen? Dogs will double. Okay, nothing that grows exponentially grows forever. Most politicians, economists, and journalists forget that such growth will eventually reach a limit. Guaranteed. For example, the intestinal bacterium E. coli divides every 20 minutes. In just few days, it could cover the whole planet. But since it consumes more oxygen and sugar than it is available, its growth has cut off point. The ancient Persians were aware that people struggled with percentage growth. Here is a local tale. There was once a wise courtier who presented the king with a chessboard. Moved by the gift, the king said to him, "Tell me how I can thank you. Your Highness, I want nothing more than for you to cover the chessboard with rice. Putting one grain of rice in the first square, then on the subsequent square, twice the previous number of grains." The king was astonished. "It is an honor to you, dear courtier. Thank you present such a modest request. That you present such a modest request. But how much rice is that?" The king guessed about a sack. Only when his servants began the task, placing a grain on the first square, 2 grains of rice on the second square, 4 grains of rice on the third, and so on, did he realize that he would need more rice than was growing on earth. When it comes to growth rates, do not trust your intuition. You don't have any, accept it. What really helps is a calculator, or with a low growth rates, the magic number of 70. Okay, this is how you can calculate the growth and all. So here it is. And here, what I told, one thing here I remember: 2 cents, 4 cents, 8 cents, then 64. That way it will happen. I told, I think, 16. So what we learned in this chapter: stand by exponential growth. Stand by a sheet of paper, exponential growth. So basically, we should not as we have evolved. Our ancestors used to follow linear growth, but now we have tools. We should learn about exponential growth, like percentage growth, and we should be learn the magic number 70, that if we divide something, a rate of return or anything, by 70 divided by that rate of return, we will get how in how many number of years the thing will double. So thank you.